What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So right here we have this Q60. So it's not, well, I guess, yeah, it's a G37, but it's the last model of the G37, which they called it the Q. So it's a Q60 Sport. It's a sport model. It's an all-wheel drive model as well. So this is Lionel's car. This is his all-wheel drive Q60, and he owns that yellow twin turbo 370Z with a fully built motor. So he's gonna take the drivetrain out of that 370Z and put it into this all-wheel drive model right here. But before he does that, we're gonna give this car a full transformation. He just put the wheels on yesterday and he dropped off the car, and he wants to get rid of this 4x4 fitment because it's a whole hand gap almost right there. So we're gonna be putting coilovers on this thing. We're gonna be putting carbon hood, carbon fenders, IPL front bumper. He got carbon wing on that. He just put the carbon mirrors on that as well. We got a carbon diffuser that's gonna be going on this, and then we're gonna be giving it a full color change. And he is getting that same hood that I have on my car, the CTMS tuning hood that has the glass opening, because his built motor has a GTR manifold, and it's gonna be sick to see once he does that swap. But right now we're gonna get started on the coilovers first before anything else, and then we're gonna be wrapping the car and then adding all the carbon fiber afterwards. But right before that, I want to give you guys a full walk around real quick of how this car looks right now, stock. Full walk around. Basically 110% stock. We're gonna have to sand down a couple areas like this where they put paint touch-ups. All right, so we're here at the car here in the shop now, and we have BC Racing coilovers for the all-wheel drive model, because the all-wheel drives kind of have like a little opening where the little stud goes through, and the all-wheel drive ones for the front, they have like a little nub where it looks like it's just cut off and it sits in a little, a little pocket that holds it in place, whereas the rear-wheel drive one has like the nut and bolt that goes through it to hold it in place. So let's get this car jacked up. The owner wants to go a finger gap low to make sure he doesn't have any rubbing issues either, but go low, not too low. So finger gap for the front and for the rear, so you guys can see that. So let's get started. Let's jack this car up and get these coilovers on.
Why?
All right, so we finally finished the coilover install. So you guys can see no more like a whole hand fitting in there with the wheel gap. There's basically almost a 2 finger gap for sure. 2, not really. Finger, yeah. And we are gonna raise the rear a little bit too, because we don't have a finger gap. And the owner wants to do a finger gap on this thing just so the car is still, you know, drivable and it's not looking 4x4. And then right here we have this huge assortment of parts that we're gonna be putting on this car. Right here in this big box, we have the same hood that we have on my car, which is the one with the glass opening right there. So we have that hood for this car. We have carbon steering wheel. We have brand new headlights. He gave me 2 options to put on the new IPL bumper, which is still at the body shop. And then we're also going to be installing these carbon fiber fenders on this thing. So we got so many goodies that we're going to be putting on this thing. So let's get started on stripping this thing apart first, and then we'll get a detailed debadging. Everything's going to gotta come off. Front bumper, headlights, side skirts, door handles, weather strips. So for now, let's get started on stripping this thing apart and get ready for wrap. All right, guys, we are done with this thing. Look at this. So the new owner's calling it the Hulk now. So this is definitely gonna be a Hulk, because this thing is gonna be twin turbo with a fully built motor. That's gonna be getting that motor, I think, put in like in the next 2 weeks or something like that. But here we have it. We have the new IPL bumper. We have the new carbon grille. We have the new carbon hood. So this is the same hood I have on my car. We wrapped it the exact same way, where we have the partial vents and the middle section in carbon. And then he has the carbon covers on there as well. We have the carbon fenders on here that we ended up installing as well. Trying to play with all the fitment stuff, you know, making sure we get pretty damn decent fitment on all around the car. Ended up doing the carbon steering wheel and some interior pieces in the carbon as well. Same with the door handles on there, that little part right there. And back here we ended up doing the duckbill, kind of like a speed tail style wing with the carbon diffuser. Looking so damn good. Look at that. Give you guys one last walk around. Carbon wheel. And new headlights, along with the new BC coilovers. So that's gonna be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the big transformation on this G37, well, Q60. But again, guys, thank you guys for watching the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.